Welcome back, my YouTube friends and family. This is Lindsay, and I am back with more daily work from home job leads for you. We have quite a few job leads today. We have Potbelly sandwich shop hiring. We have Yelp looking for somebody to review photos and profiles. We have data entry. We even have a Carhartt hiring, so hopefully we have a mixed bag, a little bit of something for everyone. As always, links, timestamps, all additional information that you may need can always be found in the YouTube description box below this video. I do just ask that if you enjoy anything that I share, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up like button. But diving right on in, first up, we have the company Branch hiring. Now, Branch has 52 reviews from past and current employees, then an overall employee satisfaction rating of 4.1 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a training and documentation specialist. Now, this is remote for the United States. And Branch is a company that is trying to empower workers with financial freedom. So they help companies accelerate payments and provide Americans with accessible free financial services. So they are really looking for somebody to own the creation or revision of documents that already exist and maintaining for their documentation and training materials across all of their support channels. This means that you are going to lead the new hire onboarding and facilitate continuing education with the people who already work there. So you're basically going to help train the new hires. You're going to make sure that the training that's given to everyone is standardized and is efficiently delivered and it is effective. So you're always going through these training documents and training materials and making sure they're constantly updated for the ever-changing work environment. So you're going to work with other departments too, like admin support, fraud, disputes, things like that. And you're going to update Zendesk macros and help desk articles like on the FAQ pages and stuff like that, making sure those are up to date as well. Now, no college degree is needed for this one, and it pays fairly well. They're just looking for somebody who has 2 years experience in training, documentation, or some kind of support operations. Somebody who can build clear training documents so that works with diverse audiences. So you know how to explain things in a clear, understandable way. You can work with different platforms like Zendesk. You have strong like project management skills. You have great communication skills. Pay for this one is anywhere from $55,000 a year up to $65,000 a year. Next up, we have well-known Carhartt, like the clothing brand hiring. They have a 363 reviews from past and current employees, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 4.0 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a digital content specialist. Now, please note all the way down at the bottom, it does say that this position has a remote location and you will have no regular requirement to travel on site. The only traveling you may ever do is to special events, and I don't know how often those special events happen and if that is even required for you to be there. But just know sometimes they do throw special events for their employees. But Carhartt is looking for somebody to help load their marketing content into their pre-built components online, making sure that these are published to conform with the master marketing calendar and the content is accurate. So you're going to help produce consistent, standard compliant, cross-browser and cross-platform web pages for a responsive website. So they're looking for somebody who can work with kind of like web coding like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and be leveraged through their digital in-store assets. So you're responsible for writing this code, responsible for self-testing this code. So you do kind of have to know like web code. They're looking for somebody to really provide project estimates for their digital assets, their online assets, and examine problems and find solutions when needed. Now, they do prefer somebody who has some kind of degree, whether it be associate's degree or bachelor degree. It does say they'll take equivalent work experience over that, but they're looking for somebody who has at least spent 1 to 2 years in some kind of e-commerce role. You've got great communication skills. Of course, you know basic knowledge of those web programming like HTML, CSS. You don't have to be advanced, but you do have to be able to code specifically on a MacBook and be able to be highly organized. Now, sadly, Carhartt did not list pay. That will need to be discussed with them at the time of the interview. Whether it's content creation, YouTube, social media, or a corporate remote job where you have online meetings to attend, or maybe even your job is creating training guides, training videos, and materials, being able to record clear, crisp audio plays a huge role in so many work from home jobs these days. So, I want to take just a minute to show you this wireless microphone that can connect through Bluetooth, USB, USB C, and even the iPhone Lightning jack, making it work with so many different devices, allowing you to move around and multitask while working. You can see my complete video review on this microphone linked in the YouTube description box below this video. Now, if you're looking for a relatively high paying job that is just requiring you to schedule meetings, review emails, do a lot of administrative type work, Circle Internet Financial is hiring. They have 172 reviews from past and current employees, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.9 out of 5 stars. They are looking for an administrative assistant. Now, it does say they're remote first for the United States. So, administrative assistants or executive assistants, as they're sometimes called, is basically performing all the administrative work, kind of keeping the higher level executives like CEOs, CFOs, CCOs, all of those top people organized. So you are scheduling their meetings for them, keeping their calendar from being overbooked. If they have travel to different meetings or different events, you are making sure that their travel is scheduled and booked on their calendar as well. So you're basically managing their entire almost life calendar. So they are looking for somebody to basically schedule team meetings across multiple time zones, kind of keep that calendar going, schedule those traveling and events for the executives. You're going to coordinate kind of meetings, backup support, and travel when applicable. So you might have to attend the meetings yourself and take notes and then email out the notes. So you are just assisting with communication, email, meeting materials, presentations, like if a slideshow needs to be done for a meeting, documents, spreadsheets. You're basically doing just all the administrative type stuff. No college degree is needed for this one. Only somebody who has 2 years of some kind of administrative experience. High attention to detail. You've got to be a critical thinker, a problem solver. They want somebody who can be a self starter, kind of work independently. You've got that drive to just get up and do things. So, somebody who can kind of work effectively in that remote setting. And of course, you've got to be able to work a computer, navigate different software systems like Google Suite or the Microsoft Office equivalent of that. Now, again, pay for this one is very high. Pay is anywhere from $33.50 an hour up to $45.50 an hour. If you're looking for a data entry type position, Patriot Growth Insurance Services is hiring. Now, please note they only have 41 reviews from past and current employees, so always do your own research on any companies before giving them your personal information. They have an employee satisfaction rating, though, of 3.8 out of 5 stars. Of course, they're looking for a remote data entry specialist. So this company provides insurance services, so basically employee benefits for different companies. And so that would be things like maybe their health insurance, maybe their vision insurance, and maybe their other different benefit packages. And so they're looking for somebody to process all client eligibility changes and ID card requests in a timely and accurate manner. So if people need to update their name, their address, different information that is on their eligibility and ID cards for their benefit services, you're going to process all those within specific time frames that you're given. So you might have to respond to client and internal requests in a timely manner, updating the information in the portal with the most recent information. So you might have to communicate with clients or carrier representatives. So I'm not sure if that's going to be through email, through phone, a combination of both is my guess. You'll also have team meetings that you'll have to stay up to date on different agency policies, procedures, things that are changing, and just possess a strong customer service orientation, making sure that you get all information from people and get it updated and documented in the system. Now, this one is going to require an associate's degree in something like business administration, IT, or some kind of similar field. And they also want somebody who has previous experience working with employee benefits software. Other than that, at least 1 year of experience in some kind of administrative or tech support role. They prefer somebody who has experience in Virginia life and health insurance, but that is not required as long as you have great communication skills, great organizational skills, and you can kind of work in a team environment. Of course, we have a Potbelly Sandwich Works hiring. They have 1,600 reviews from past and current employees, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.6 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a manager for their consumer insights division. Now, this is a fully remote. You can work anywhere in the United States. They have no state restrictions, and pay is pretty high. They're paying anywhere from $90,000 a year up to $100,000 a year. I've always said if you can get into some kind of management or supervisory role, that is a great remote career field. But they are looking for somebody to basically lead and behave according to Potbelly's values, upholding Potbelly's advantage. You're going to be supporting the organization's consumer learning agenda. So you're managing all aspects of research projects from design, questionnaire, analytics, and reporting. You're leveraging research techniques to support a variety of different things like brand tracking, customer satisfaction, which is a big one since you're in the customer insights division, competitive intelligence, and brand development. You've always got to make sure that you are up with kind of the trending goals. You've always got to be changing in an ever changing world. So you're going to effectively manage and leverage vendor relationships as well as research partners, thinking and acting with that broad business lens. Now, while they don't require any kind of college degree, they do have a preference of people that has a degree in some kind of business marketing, something like that. But you do have to have at least 5 years experience in consumer insights in like a restaurant or market research type field. So you've kind of had to have done market research in some kind of way before. You've got to be able to have knowledge and experience with quantitative and qualitative consumer research. So basically, be very analytical, be able to look at reporting, look at trends, and kind of make a story out of that. You've got to kind of be able to use all those computer systems, specifically reporting systems like Microsoft, Excel, all the Outlook systems. And if you have experience kind of diagnosing menu items in like the restaurant field, that is a plus, not required though. Now, please note all the way down at the bottom, it does say that they are taking applications through August 31st of 2025. That's quite a long application window, so they're probably looking for someone with really specific skills for this one. And of course, as mentioned, we have a Yelp hiring. Yelp probably needs no introduction. They have 5,800 reviews from past and current employees, that overall rating of 3.2 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a user operations associate specifically for content moderation. This means you're basically going to be reviewing flag content and making sure it is meeting all the criteria that they set. This is a full-time 40-hour per week job, and they are specifically hiring remote in the United States, but you do have to work the hours of 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're outside of that time zone, you kind of have to convert your hours to see if that works for you. But Yelp's moderation team evaluates things like reviews that are posted, photos, or other information. And they're basically looking for you to moderate all content, reviews, photos, and profiles that have been flagged and reported by Yelp users or business owners. So you're going to be given policies and guidelines, and you're going to have to apply those guidelines to review and either say, yes, this should not be posted, or it's okay, and approve it. And if something is deemed unnecessary or not good to be posted, you're going to message those users effectively regarding the decision that was made. So you're going to work kind of with different internal teams like the user operations department. And of course, you're providing any feedback that needs for process improvements to your manager. Now, while Yep prefers a bachelor degree, it is not actually required. You do have to be enthusiastic about Yelp's mission and have at least 1 year of work experience. Now, it doesn't say that that work experience has to be in any kind of field. Other than that, you've got to be positive, have a great like teamwork attitude, be able to do research, and have strong reading skills, because you're going to have to read these guidelines and apply them. So they want somebody who is kind of comfortable in a quota driven environment. You're going to have a productivity. You're going to have to like review so many an hour a day, things like that. Now, pay for this position is $40,000 a year, which breaks down to, I believe, $19.23 an hour. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll be back really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.